Hello, and we're back. Got another episode of Sam Kitt, Enrico San Giuliano Blooming Era remix. Nearly there now, so we're getting on with it. Past few episodes have been a bit more boring than usual because we've been stuck on this little section here. Really annoying. But that is what happens with producing, A lot of the time you're hitting your head against a wall, especially as if you're trying to make music that's a bit more complicated. Not saying that this track is really that complicated, but when you're working on a remix, you've got to hit it within a certain parameters, and as those parameters get tighter, it gets more difficult, So I'm just going to close my window because there's a bloody seagull outside and it just makes noise constantly. We rescued it. It fell through our chimney. I want to get rid of it, but my wife, she cares about animals a bit too much, Let's just cook it and eat it. Bit of protein. It fell down our chimney and it was stuck inside our wall. And anyway, we'll get to the music shortly. So I've made some notes on this right now. Here, the notes, just a quick few changes to try and make the track a little bit more fast-paced, So we've got like bit frequency modulation on the start because you've really got to get people's attention fast, and be like, oh, this is something that's moving along, If you listen to Enrico's original, it's quite stagnant. Not stagnant. It was a different time back then in techno. It was a bit more minimal. It's a lot more like, there's a lot less going on, and I think we can bring more energy by adding some things in, but let's not add too much in because I've got a bad habit of that. There's a pluck percussion here. This one. It needs to be louder, basically, in the mix to really sell. There's a punch going on. We got some. This red synth here is being brought in a bit too early. Kind of just snaps in. Not very nice. Additionally, with the one on 69, and percussion on certain areas needs a little bit less reverb, and then the drop, and that's pretty much what we'll be doing today, and then taking a few more listens and then working out how to start mixing down this project, and then bada bing bada bung, we'll have a finished track. I'll send it to my contacts, and then hopefully we can get a fat remix sorted, Love it. Anyway, gonna just check in. Yeah, let's make a start. I need to get a haircut as well because my hair is getting way too long. Right, so 17, we're starting here. So this is the section. We'll just listen to it first so you guys can catch up. Espresso. As you can see, a bit boring so far. See, so too boring, in today's life. Just add a little bit of because if someone wants to listen to the full mix, you just add a little bit of change. So what we're going to do here is we're going to remove the last kick. It's not needed, Maybe the last two kicks. So let's grab these and slam them back, and then we're going to basically get a nice. And then we're going to increase this just a little bit as it goes up. We're going to add a reverb onto the master bus. Ooh, naughty. People say don't do that, but if I'm adding a reverb on the master bus, I am reverbing everything. There's nothing wrong with that, The idea of me doing this is literally to reverb everything. So put it on the master bus. There's no nothing wrong with that. Some people would want a router in a track. The only issue with putting this on the master bus is that on Ableton, everything that goes on the master bus delays the entire project, even if it's turned off, right? So this, luckily, low latency, 0 samples, so this is fine. But if you start adding on some Ozone 10 stuff, it really does super slow down the project. And if you turn it off, your latency still being calculated because of live being designed around live play. You wouldn't want to disable something and then all of a sudden your latency's changing. Everything needs to be a bit more like this is predictable. So that's how it works, and that's why I mean, in reality, like, who's to say it's a good or bad thing? I wish live had a button that I could press up here that would click, like, you click it and you go live play, and then it would have all the live things, and then I can click just like non-live, and then it would be more designed around producing music, which is what I think most people are using it for these days anyway, So anyway, let's start. So I'm going to we can automate this on and off just to keep it clear, but I'm going to have it on, and then we're going to raise the dry wet up and just listen. Doesn't sound that great yet, does it? We're going to add the same filter to the bass, so we get like a the bass goes up as well, Turn it off. Something like that, but I'm not liking the tone of this. It's not sounding great, is it? So let's put a hybrid reverb on there just to get a bit of a different texture on. I just so much like that. Sounds so much better. So what we're going to do as well, we're going to add in a little drone. Add in that to here just to kind of have a little bit of a texture. Just going to loop that. So that's going to sound a bit too like it's looped, so we'll put a delay on here, move that down, and then you won't be able to tell really, especially if you have the delay above 50%, and then change this up so it's really like a textured mess, So now you may hear a click now though because it's not landing directly on the 0 line, so just do that, and there as well, just a tiny amount. Control J and then just F12 to loop that. Wish there was a faster way of doing that, like one button. I need to set up a macro pad to be honest, but anyway, here we go. We want to put this after the filter just to have a bit more control. prefer it without, I think, but... So what we can do instead, because I still want something to fill out the frequencies a little bit more. Like, this section's not really that important, but, you know, it helps. Let's grab that. Copy and paste, chuck it in here. But you can just do a little... Go down. I'm pressing Z as well to do that. Z will... like focus you around the thing you've selected, so gonna grab one of the crashes, chuck it here. Sounds horrible, so we'll really hide that. So let's remove this shaker from here. Maybe not. Let's try this. Nope, that's work, just leave it there. What's on our notes? Let's remove this. So this needs to be snappier, so just Alt volume. Now let's add a compressor to that to try and like make it a bit more snappier. I like a Molotov. This is free. Definitely worth getting. Get the Gentleman's Edition. I was going to get the Gentleman's Edition because I love supporting these guys. They really know their shit. But the Gentleman's Edition just looks way too complicated for me. I'm not going to use all the features, and I'd actually rather just use this simple one. It's got way too much stuff on it, really. But so I just want to let it snap through. So what we're going to do is just... If you notice, it's quieter without the compressor, with the compressor, sorry, but it's not snappy. You can just hear it like. So I can just adjust the gain. Let's distort it a little bit more first, just to get a... Let's see. So let's hear that without. Oh, I don't know. Let's try it with just the compressor. There we go. So another way we can increase the punch of that, if we go here, so we're finding the majority of the sound is pretty much here. So let's remove that from here. So that was one of the things. It didn't like how this hit like that. It sounds a bit muddy as well. Probably because we got a bass already. Let's remove this reverb bit. We'll reduce the the high ends off this with a low cut. Sorry, low pass. I always get them confused. Just by I don't get them confused. It's more that I get the words mixed up because I never addressed it when I first started learning to produce. It was like, I need to just spend some time trying to break that habit of calling them the wrong thing. If we just try and make this one a bit longer, and we can halve this because there's no need for it. Too long. Let's just make it the same. So we have a little section by here that we could add something in. So it's like the halfway between here. So let's just listen. There'll be a lot of listening in this one, you know. So we can add a little drum fill that we've used before here. But let's get rid of that first. The drum fills aren't as impactful on this track as our last track we did together, because there's just a bass line going through and you can't really get away with as much. Problem is we don't want to do these too much that it becomes a thing. So let's see how that goes. We probably want to add this in actually. That sounds quite cool. Let's just lower it down. We'll add a multi-band dynamics, sorry, wrong one, OTT, and then we're going to add in a hybrid reverb again, and we're just going to wet this up. So I just want more high end on this really. So I'll lower that. Shall we try it? So we'll try that. We don't need that. So do that, and now we have a cleaner one, and then but hang on. That sounds cool, nice and moody. I want these two to really like, dance around each other. So if we just listen to these in isolation. Wrong one, sorry. This. So what you could do is you could add this to the same area as this. So it's mixed in the same place. Wouldn't really matter actually because it's not going through much processing. So we'll take that back. Sorry, I thought it was in a different group. Maybe this needs a bit more reverb for it to match in. It's obviously the wrong size, so we'll try and match this together. That sounds bad, sorry. So there's a little bit too much added in at that point. But hang on, we've been playing in this track now for over a minute, so maybe this is where this needs to be brought in, you know? No, I think we'll probably just delete one of these sections, or just you starting from the track here. This is just, you know, whatever. So let's keep going. I'm maybe sold that this synth, this red synth doesn't need to be here. It's not adding much at the moment, you know? So it sounded a bit complicated there. Let's hide this a little bit. Here the reverb comes in a little bit too soon, so let's grab that ring here. This should come in by here, I think. What we'll do, we'll loop this and try to make a like just the semblance of the pad. Just really duplicate it. You know, and then just grab the ends, do that thing I said earlier, and then you want to duplicate that. We can find a better loop if we go within it. Oh, that's awkward. If we just grab that, let's see. Yeah, that sounds better. So what we want to do is crop sample to time selection, F12, and then Control J, Z, Shift scroll. There's just so many little shortcuts. Right, grab that and then need a delay on that to hide it, and not reverb really. You want to get away from the 4, otherwise things line up and you get that weird, like, you know. Maybe this is the pads we use at the start, you know? There we go. Oh, much better. That's the problem. If we have that there, we've got to continue it on, otherwise it just kind of doesn't fill that same area, so we can't really, so. So at this point, I think the vocals need to be a bit more snappier. So I'm gonna add a thing called punctuator. Where is it? There we go. It's a good thing for adding transients on, but mainly used for, I use it for percussion, but yeah, it's not amazing for this. Let's see if there's any presets for it. Probably not. Let's say crispier drums. So where's that? That's probably 1,200. Let's say, is it? Yeah. So that's around here actually. Put it on. That's just making it sound a bit harsh. Yeah, I don't think that's adding enough in. So maybe we'll just reduce the delays and stuff going on. Not that there's actually much going on here, to be honest. This is quite a low, this is quite dry, you know. But let's maybe widen it then by audio track, and then we'll add a chorus or another effect onto this. Maybe a gate. So you see there, it's very tight. So where is it? Chorus ensemble. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to add in like some chaos to this, you know? So I will have to add a bit of gain to it, I think, because it's not quite as loud. Let's group this, add it to the original, and see what. There's no point. We can just like add it and turn it off, can't we? So. I don't think maybe that's the issue. It's probably that on this hit, there's just so much going on. So maybe we just... So if that's playing, we can't have that. But if that's playing, it's also got to be loud. So let's increase that. Chuck that by here. That needs to be the same place. Right, this can be quieter. It doesn't need to be. This can also be quieter because of the hit. This probably. So that's too loud there, that snare roll. And we're losing a lot of this, like... There's a lot happening but the snares are not punching through, and they should be really, because it's quite a big moment, you know. So let's just make this louder as well. Let's see what's going on. Yeah, sorry, if you turn it off, it will stop the thing, but if you automate the dry wet, it doesn't. Sorry. So yeah, you can do that. Pop that like there, and then like that, and you'll get a So we're either going to go between that or what is it? Or this, you know? So not entirely sure on it yet. But obviously this needs to be much louder. These are just not loud enough. Let's add an amp as well. I want it to have a bit more bite. It's just not like, because it's just a bass stab. It's not really got that like sharpness to it. And then so for this though, we don't want any reverb to follow through with this, so just bonk like that. In fact, you just knock that off completely for here, and then and if you wanted to add a little bit more impact, you could add a audio channel, and then we'll just add a snare onto here, and then bam, grab any old fucking snare. It doesn't matter, mate, no one's gonna know. A little bit less tonal though, and we're just going to map out so it'll be like bum bum bum, but probably add a bit of a, it's the problem with this, like it's a bit Can you hear the difference? It's only ever so slight. Let's just make it sharper. Let's listen to that breakdown. We're getting there, boys and girls. We are nearly done, like, you know. We just have the mixdown to do. And then, shalom. I wish there was more release on that. You notice that really gets lost there. So we'll remove this as it goes through. I think there needs to be a like a little fucking swell or something by here, you know? Maybe that. Let's do this. Bring that over here, reverse it. Get rid of that though, that doesn't really make sense. That's a problem. So the way you do this to make a reverse kick is to grab a audio channel, put it through the kick group, and just record it. Sorry, do that again. And there's our kick in all its glory. And delete it, just pop that, reverse, get rid of that. Get rid of that. Why is that not playing? I don't know. We'll figure that out now. It's a bit weird. Don't know why that was routed through there. Shouldn't be. It's still not playing. What is going on? Right. Kick group. That's fine. Turn that at the back to exit in. Weird. I thought I changed that. So just do that. So you can do it a couple of ways. You can have a really low rumble like that, or a snap. But it just doesn't sound great right at the end, so you can just kind of chop that end off. Maybe even just to there, you know? Bit too much to there. That's it. We're done with the song, really. This is it in all its glory. Yeah, that's pretty cool, mate. That is nice little breakdown. We got this section. So nearly there. Just maybe do that. No, there needs to be something there. I don't know what I've taken out of there, but that's amazing. Awesome. We're done. Finally, this song is ready for at least like the, sending it out. I'll give it a slightly dirty master, send it out, and then send it to a few of my chums, ask for their feedback, say like, look. And when you ask for feedback off your friends, do it properly. Don't just go, what do you think of my song? Because they'll send you stuff that'll hurt your feelings. What you say is, I'm going to send you this song. If you don't like it, keep your fucking mouth shut, son. If you do like it, just tell me it's good. That's all I want, No. When you do it, just ask for like feedback on a specific area. So like, I don't want to hear whether someone thinks this sounds good. Sorry. Yeah, that, or I know that sounds good to me. Like, I truly know that sounds good to me. That's staying no matter what. So what I'll ask, things that I'm concerned about in the song. Is it too long? It is 6 minutes long. Do any parts overstay their welcome? And that's all I'm concerned with, because I'm concerned mostly with momentum in tracks. That's my thing. I like to keep things moving, you know. So I'll send this to someone, like my friend Tom, and I'll be like, look, Tom, listen to this. Do any part last too long? I'll send it to Bermeo, and ask the same thing. Or I may send it to someone and be like, I know this guy's shit hot at sound design and mixing. I'll ask him about the Mixdown. But I don't trust other friends with that level of knowledge, so I won't ask them that, you know. So you've got to pick and choose who you send to. And then in a few days I'll probably have sent it to Enrico, and then we'll see how things go. Anyway, 6 session today. See you next time.